What a doozy, boy. We're here with another live stream for you guys. Another transfer news live stream. We're going to be live for about 45 minutes to 1 hour. We're going to be discussing a lot of transfer topics. We're going to discuss is this Cristiano Ronaldo legit or not? We're going to discuss will he ever fit our team. Let's roll the intro and then let's get into today's stream. Let's get into it. Let's go.
We fucking got him.
And we're back, guys, here with another live stream for you guys. 3 days in a row, making up for the time missed. But as you guys know, every time I do have spare time, come on, pop a live on. So let's all like the button if you're new. Like the stream if you're new. Like the button. Like the stream if you're new. Subscribe if you're new. Share the stream. Comment below. Let's interact. Tonight, we're not opening the lines tonight because I can't stay for long. I'm going to stay for 45 minutes. I think I sleep quite early. So I'm only going to be here for about an hour. But you guys can interact in the chat. We're going to have discussion. I'm just going to be reading chat non-stop while I discuss the news. So guys, if you haven't already, make sure to like, subscribe. Tell me if you're in the chat. Say hello back. But yeah, let's just dive into some admin stuff. If you guys haven't already, follow the Twitter right now, guys. Go do follow that. If you haven't already, that's where I give kind of updates. I'm just there replying to stuff, here and there. And I'll obviously follow you back if you're subscribed. So go do check that out. But today's news is regarding, if you guys haven't seen time, Cristiano Ronaldo. Does he want Chelsea? Does he want it? Excuse me. But we're going to discuss all that in today's stream. I'm just going to make sure I have it in order. We do have some other news as well. Vince had some breaking news, but I want to discuss this quickly. I just want to discuss this comment from just another Twitter user. I want to discuss quickly. And the comment is, no hate to Alexis Kaskvu, but he just said, when Timo Werner scores 20 plus goals, league goals in a Serie A, are you going to beg for him back like we've done for Lukaku and doing Tammy? I want to answer it to the streamer. So I had my response in the comment, but I want to just kind of clear this up a little bit to the guys in the stream as well, that we know he's going to go to another team and score. The thing is, same like Tammy, same with Lukaku, same with Werner, these guys are not meant for the Premier League. Tammy is never going to come back and make it in the Premier League because he's not good enough. He's not strong enough. Lukaku doesn't have the mentality. Werner was physically not good enough to be a striker in the Premier League. So Werner, unfortunately, is going to be going to another club. Yes, he'll score goals. Yes, he'll do well. He's a finished player at Chelsea. Done. Deal. There it is. Want to clear it up. We got Liam Lame. Pretty up to Liam Lame. I'm doing quite well. Hope you're well. I appreciate you joining us. Stream. We got Matthew Lee Benjamin. Big up to you. Smash the like button. Let's get it. Appreciate you joining us early. We got Concierge who says Ronaldo Chelsea would be smart business and a marking sign. It would. It would be smart and it'd be, a massive marquee signing. We'll get into that for the stream. We got Nippon in the house. Big up to Nippon. Hope you're at home. Probably not driving. Big up. Let me know your thoughts. Ronaldo to Chelsea. Nippon. I actually want to know, Nippon. Ronaldo to Chelsea. What are you saying on that? Because I know you probably have a different view on that too. But Hannah, it's his new song. We love him. I appreciate that, Hannah. Obviously, all the songs I used was copyright, so I just wrote no copyright music. So this one, popped it in. Appreciate Hannah for joining. Let me know your thoughts on Ronaldo as well, Hannah. Timo with a Reggie Haram boy won't work. Who cares, man? Get him out. I don't care. Like, go Bundesliga, go Serie A, whatever. Just get out of my team, man. Like, if we do that, if we somehow get delicked for him, that is going to be fantastic business. Like, we use him in the deal. That'd be absolutely fantastic. Werner needs to go. We've given it up on him. I'm done with him. Every transfer should be done with him. Nippon, I can't stay long today. I'm only going to be live for 45 minutes. Come next stream, we're going to do a massive one. I'm going to get a lot of people on here. I'm going to preempt people to join. So we get preempt people, and then we'll open the panel. We'll have 10 people in here. We'll be discussing. Come in next live Nippon. Today, I don't have the time from. I'm sorry, but I appreciate you joining in the chat. Let me know what your thoughts are, guys. It's all like the stream. Let's hit 15 likes in the next 5 minutes. We've got 8 people in here, but The first bit of news now comes from Todd Boehly, David Ornstein, and he says Bowie held a meeting in Portugal last week with super agent Jorge Mendes. During the conversation, the idea of Cristiano Ronaldo switching to Chelsea was amongst subjects discussed. So in saying that, Todd Boehly is looking as an as a kind of suggestion to George Mendes that will Cristiano Ronaldo be an option for Chelsea. And I think, personally, first view on this should be a yes. PR signing, for marketing, everything. You want marketing, you want business, Ronaldo's the man to get. Now, for team, I've always been a Messi fan. I've always preferred Messi, but I could never get over how good Ronaldo was and his work rate was. Ronaldo is still one of the best players in the world at his age right now. He's a person who knows how to finish the ball. He did it in a finished Man United team. He knows how to finish a ball. And he wants to always be the best. That's his mentality. I want to always be the best. So he's always going to push for the best. Imagine him in a better team like Chelsea. I would get him for short term. I would get him on a loan for 1 season, maybe 2 seasons. I would get him because he is a player who can finish. He can't create. He's not a creator. Off the ball, he's not the best. But you give him the ball, he's going to finish, We had that situation with Lukaku this season. We give him the ball, he finishes. But, Lukaku couldn't take on a couple of people and shoot out of the box. You had to give it to his feet. He had to be in a direct position. Ronaldo, you give him the ball outside the box, he'll turn around and have a shot and he'll probably get it in, So, I really think Ronaldo is a great idea. And I'll explain it a bit more as well. I have bigger chance of winning the lottery than Ronaldo. So I don't think it's going to happen. There's an idea of it. Does he want us? Does he want to join us? But there's that idea. So we'll just discuss it for the stream as it's a great topic. Man hitting the streets of Melbourne. Oh, no, not today. It's Sunday. Sunday. No, thank you. Not today. Maybe next week. I don't know. I can't be bothered. So we've got 3 weeks off. Maybe next week we can make up for the time missed for the last 3 weeks. Todd Boehly ain't messing around. I agree. Like, he's not messing around. So we're finally seeing behind the scenes actions coming to light. We heard the news that they're doing stuff behind the scenes, and here it is. Here's the news behind the scenes. So they are getting stuff done slowly. And I've always said I'm going to keep the same consistency. I don't want my new toy now. However, if we come a month's time and we haven't signed Kunde, and we haven't signed Dembele, and we haven't signed this player, then there's going to be a lot of questions to discuss, and I'm going to be very, very angry. What if Tommy T doesn't want Lukaku? That's a great point. Then, it's the same point that, what's his name? Oli didn't want Ronaldo. And Ronaldo turned out to be the best player. And I'm not saying that Oli, Ronaldo, Tuchel, but I look at it, is Ronaldo, I don't think any coach don't want. I think a lot of coaches would want it. If he doesn't want him, let's not go for him, Again, this is a team we should build around him, around Tuchel. I mean that. But I really think, from personal view, I do think this will be a great signing because it's a great business for Todd Boehly, great marketing he's going to get. And again, he's going to provide on the pitch. I think we get him just for 1 season on a loan, and that'll be a steal. 1 season, maybe extend it to 2 if he does well, if we can, But I wouldn't go and buy him, pay the fee. I'll probably get him on loan if we can. Hypothetically, I think loan will be the best option. Loan plus, loan for 1 season and then plus maybe an extension for another season. Because again, his time is running out. I don't see him maybe making a career change to Chelsea. But let's just talk hypothetically, because obviously there is the idea that it's there, that there's discussions. Todd Boehly is looking at Ronaldo, so he wants to know, okay, can I make this as my PR signing? So we know Todd Boehly is kind of interested in players. He knows his players. He knows who's the best. He knows who's rubbish. And I think he's very interested in Ronaldo. If we continue this news, if we keep hearing the news that Ronaldo, then I really think we should get him if Todd Boehly wants him. Because remember, we're going to build a team around Todd Boehly as well. I just saw that, Hannah. I'll bring it up in a sec. But he says, I doubt Thomas Tuchel will turn him down, but no way I can see happening. Yeah, I agree. I don't think it's happening. I think at this moment, it's very, very low. It's just now that it's kind of this is the interested phase. This is literally like we're just interested in him. Todd Boehly wants him at the team. If he can pull it off, he can pull it off. Hanno says, my view on De Ligt has changed after talking to a few fans. The only problem with De Ligt is making some mistakes. And yeah, I think he's very young. Like, we mustn't forget he's 22. Like, he's a player I understand that people don't want. Same with Ronaldo. Like, if you don't want Ronaldo, like, it's fair enough. De Ligt, I can understand to an extent because as I said, I've always said he's an old school defender. He goes in, like, he takes risks. He's gonna make those mistakes because he takes risks. He'll go in and maybe mess up the ball because he tried to get it on a certain angle just to clear it the right way. I don't know, like that's just an example. But he makes risks, and those risks do work out for him a lot of the times. So I think his leadership's the best thing. I really think if he comes in next season, he gets comfortable with the team. Season after, I think he has the arm badge if he gets comfortable enough. Because if you put this guy and he gets comfortable, he's gonna kill it. If he's very shy, he doesn't have the confidence, he's not going to work out. He needs to have that confidence. He needs to have that suitability in the team. He needs to be welcomed. He needs to be loved by the team. And he needs to make himself like present. He needs to be like, okay, I'm here. I'm here to be a leader. Listen to me. Like, he needs to get the change rooms. I think he can do that. Yeah, and every young man, we know that from our players now. But yeah, I've just seen that now. I'll pop that up on the screen now. Big up to Hannah for reminding me. Appreciate that. Guys, 8 people in here. I want everyone to like the stream right now. But it does say from Fabrizio Romano that Chelsea will submit a new proposal for Raheem Sterling as they're already working on it. Tuchel wants him, and personal terms have been already discussed. Negotiations with City were led by Marina. She now left the club. Boehly's preparing the new bid. Wow. So we are really wanting Sterling. Now, is this a Bowie signing? Is this supposed to be a marquee signing? I'm not sure. Does Tuchel want him? I'm not sure. But by the looks of it, we are really progressing Sterling. Now, I've said if Sterling comes, great. He's going to, hopefully do good. Like he's not the worst player, but again, he's not the best player for our team. And I don't think there is an A-list player who can come in and attacker-wise and fix our team. So, we're working with players here. Sterling, if he's going to revamp his form, the best person to do it is with Tuchel. So we'll see how it goes. I don't think I will complain too much when I see him on the pitch. At the moment, I'm not backing the transfer. I'm not, I want to get this done. Like, if it doesn't happen, I'm fine with it. If it happens, great, we signed a player. I think it's just now about signing players. Like, let's get stuff done. Like, we have the best manager in the world. We know what he can do with players. Let's just get it done. So we're making our play. I'm still cautious with Sterling. I don't want Messi. Exactly. Like, I get it. We don't want the seconds. Like, he is a bit of a different player, but it's like we need to go to a 4 at the back then if he's gonna play. Like, if only him and Dembele, we need to play 4 at the back. I don't think he's ever played at a 3. I think maybe for England, maybe. But again, when we play 3 at the back, we play with left mids. We don't play with wingers. He's a proper winger where he'll go to the edge of the box. He'll go to the corner flag. He'll drive the ball down the left-hand side all the way to the corner flag. So he's a bit different compared to our left mids and our right mids and stuff like that. So he's a different profile, which I'm surprised why we're kind of progressing. I think we would go for more central players who bring the ball more central. But we're going for people who bring it very wide. Is this maybe for a new play style? Not sure. But we don't have the players to go wide because when you progress wide, the next thing you do is kind of cross the ball for someone to header it in. Who's in that box to header the ball? Like our crosses this year have come from playing it smart. Like Reece James will get a low cross or a mid cross. Like we didn't really score from headers, and the only person to do that was Havertz, and he scored a couple, but it wasn't like every game when he was getting headers. Like he wasn't that aerial. Like he's a tall guy, but he's not very big. He's not meant to be doing that. So again, let me see what people in the thing are saying about Raheem. It's a verbal bid, so we haven't made an official bid for him, but it's just a verbal bid. So I'm guessing that he wants to join. we're gonna get him. He wants to join. We want him. Now it's time to take it into the legal fees, and now it's time to look at the contract. It's time to look at what City want, and then we take further steps from there. But obviously, it's already been discussed, personal terms. So I'm guessing that he does want to join, and I think City are happy to get rid of him. But who replaces him at City? Like, I'm not too sure who. Let me just. Why does this keep coming up, man? It keeps popping up. I'm not sure who's going to replace him. I don't remember. Because they got rid of Torres as well. They got rid of Jesus. So now their front three is Foden, Haaland, Mahrez, and then that young guy that they just signed. Missing anyone? Yeah, I don't think they have anyone. They don't have anyone else. Does that mean they're going to sign a winger now? Like, this is confusing. Wait, they've only got like just three players now. Manchester City players. Let me just have a look. Oh, I forgot about Grealish. I forgot about that idiot. I forgot about him, that flop. I completely forgot about. So they've got in the forwards Raheem, Jesus, who are gone. Now it's Mahrez, Haaland, Foden, Grealish, Bernardo Silva. Okay, so they still have Bernardo Silva kind of plays in the mid now. So it's just Grealish, Mahrez, Sterling, Foden. So they have four. And then that new guy, Julian Alvarez. I'm not sure if he's officially joined, but they've only got four attackers now. They're going to be Sterling and then Jesus. So I'm not too sure what they're going to be doing. Verbal bid FC, yeah. Yeah, it's a new word. It's a new word. It's verbal bid FC now. It's not interested FC. It's verbal FC. But we discussed Felix and Raphael Leao with George Men more than anything about Cristiano Ronaldo. It was about. Oh, I'll bring up the thing so you can see it. It was just that he discussed the idea of it, and I'm not too sure if it was Joao Felix. I saw something about Joao Felix. I'm not too sure. Would you guys want Joao Felix? I don't know. I think Joao Felix he's got a lot of natural talent. Yes, he hasn't really kind of shown it at Atletico. How old is he? Joao Felix, 22 still. 20. Yeah, he's 22. 8 goals, 24 matches. Oh, not the worst. 8 goals. How many assists? Oh, he only started 34% of the times. Oh yeah, it's just is he injury prone? Muscle injury. Pasha and merchants hate Felix. He must be too hipster. Yeah, maybe he's a bit too hipster, bit too techie like Neymar. I think also Neymar. Like I would not sign Neymar. I already said Neymar. This man is not going to come and work. This guy's not going to come and work. He's going to come and just sit on the bench and try to win trophies. Like, this guy takes 4 weeks off every year for his sister's birthday. It's like, I can't believe that. I can't believe that. We're going to pay £1 million a week for him. No thanks. No thank you. And I think Joao Felix, in the same category, like, I wouldn't progress for him. I think he's a great player. He's got a lot of natural talent. I wouldn't go for him at this time. I don't think young guys are the best option if we're already going for Ousmane Dembele, De Ligt, like Kunde. Like, we already got so many. I wouldn't add to that list. I think going for someone like Sterling or like Koulibaly, someone who's a bit kind of older and a bit more experienced would be best. So that's why I'm not against Sterling, because he has so much of that experience, especially in the Premier League. And he's 27, I think. 25. How old is he? 27. He's actually quite old. Yeah, he's going to be 28 this year, so we'll get him when he's 27, 28. So he's kind of entering his kind of prime, you could say, as a winger. But he's had a lot of experience in the Prem already. So, being at Liverpool, then going to see, like, he's only played Prem pretty much. So he should know it in and out. And I guess I said, the only thing that worries me is possibly, can our attackers feed him a lot of the ball, or can our attackers finish the job? Because he's been playing with people like De Bruyne, and Mahrez. He's got Foden, Jesus. He's got so many. He's got Premier League winners behind him. So can the same attackers do the job at Chelsea? Like, can we get people like Havertz finishing his cross or something? Because it's a bit different, but I'm optimistic to see how he plays. I think he will do decent. As I said, I'm not against the transfer. I'm excited to see if it happens because I've realized that we got to be realistic here. I don't think there's an A-list signing on the market right now that can come in and fix our team as an attacker. I don't think there's an attacker that comes in, an A-list attacker like Ousmane Dembele. I don't think he's A-list. I think he's probably B, but like he's progressing into being an A-list. But other than that, I don't see any A-list attackers that we can get coming in automatically fixing the team. I don't think it happens. Why do people hate passion merchants? I don't know. I think a lot of it is to do with the modern game. Like the modern game's kind of gotten rid of people who want to win, who are passionate about the team, passionate about the sport. Like look at our team. Like we got a defender who just goes off the pitch for a sore stomach. Like I don't know. Like people really don't like these passion merchants, but I really, really love. I think people who like people like Delict, who wants to win, wants to fight to win. Puts his body on the line to win the ball, to win the game. That's who we need in our team. We need someone who can provide that. We have not seen that. We saw that from Rudiger, but it was like at times, like the Real Madrid game was the best game I've probably seen from Rudiger. Mentally, but he didn't do that consistently. We saw a couple of games here, but when we play a game against Southampton, I didn't see that. I want to see it every single game when you've got the same player kind of hyping up the team who's passionate about winning. But we'll get into the list in a second. But go to the next one, and this is the same one. It's a bit something, but this is about Kunde now. Now Sevilla want 56 million euros for Kunde, which is quite cheap. Sorry, pounds. Sorry, not euros, pounds, which is again quite cheap. I think for him. I think he was valued at 80 million. A couple months ago. So 56 million for Kunde is given Chelsea till July 5th to complete the bid. Sevilla source the delays affecting our ability to plan the new season and is a key reason for setting a date. Wow. This is massive news for Kunde. They've given us a set date to sign him or they're going to keep him. Wow. This is massive news. So we have to know by July 5th if there's no here we go merchant or there's no I don't know, whatever the other drillers do. Like, if there's nothing done by July 5th, he is done. He is finished. He's not coming into our team. Bobby says Chelsea FC need to tackle the Jogba Costa, who can sometimes carry the team. Raheem Sterling is not that. He needs the team to carry him. I agree. As I said, I think he's a player, yes, who does need a lot of support. But we unfortunately, on the market, there's no one who can come in and fix those problems. So I think we're trying to make it like Raheem Sterling is a player who can come in, yeah, he can do bits, he can dribble, he can sometimes he's a bit floppy, he's a bit, we're replacing Werner with a Werner, as you could say. I think he's much better than Werner. I agree to the extent that yes, he does need a team to carry him, but at times he has that effect where he can just kind of dribble past a lot of players, or like outpace players. Like he has those moments, but again, it's consistency, and that's what's killing our team already. I said previously, if Barkley had consistency, Barkley would be in our starting 11 as we speak. But there was no consistency from Barkley. One game he'll do a fantastic ball. Next game he can't even win a ball. He can't make a 5 meter pass. So that's the problem with a lot of players nowadays. It's just consistency. It's confidence. And that's because of the new, it's because of Twitter and the media, putting the pressure on them. And that's how they drop their confidence. They drop their ability to perform. Richarlison is a shot. Nah. Richarlison, I think, yes, he's got that great hunger, that great passion in him. But as a footballer, I've said, put him in a top 6 team, he's going to be shit. He's a shit footballer in a top 6 team. He's perfect at everything. I think everything's his level. A player fighting, a team fighting to play Europe football, top 10 team normally. I think that's his team. I don't see him coming into Chelsea and doing anything. Again, that's if you're looking for players to need carrying this guy, yes, he might look, like the Everton star, but he's really not. He's really not it. Like he's not that guy. I think Richarlison will be a horrible option if we go for him. I don't think we buy him, which is good because I think that just takes our standards. Like they've just dropped. And Usman Dembele, Raheem Sterling, Rafinha, you know, you could even say Nkuku, they're on the same category. But then you've got like players like Richarlison, who are just like under them. Like, they're not even in the same category. Like we don't speak about these players. Like these players are not matched to the other players we're kind of linked to. So I would prefer a Raheem Sterling. I would prefer a Dembele over Richarlison because again, I don't think he's a great footballer in the top 16. I think this is his level. He's not a systematic player where you put him in a definitely not in a back three. Um, so I personally wouldn't get Richarlison, but this obviously looking at this deal with Kunde, I think this is a very very important because we now know if we didn't sign him by July 5th, we wake up July 5th, go to sleep 11:59 July 5th, and there's still no done deal for Kunde. Guys, that's 9 days. There's gonna be a lot of problems, mate. Are we in a 31st month? No, we're in a 30th, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, oh yeah, 9 days. Fuck. 9 days, guys. And if we don't sign Kunde in 9 days, we can't get him. And I think I think Sevilla are doing that fantastic. I think that's great from Sevilla. It makes us work faster to get this deal done before Barcelona come in. After July 5th, then Barcelona go, actually, we'll give you £66 million. And that's it. He's gone. So we've got to July 5th. I think that's great. I think Sevilla doing a great job here, giving us 9 days, which to sign him, fantastic. Chelsea, get it done. We must get it done. If we don't, there's going to be a lot of problems here. But then we have this news here yesterday where it said, what's this APL Chelsea monitor? Oh, APL table in the City, Tottenham, Liverpool, Arsenal, Chelsea, FC monitoring FC. We're monitoring the top five, but we're still monitoring if we're going to get that. But it says Chelsea have a good chance of signing the league, but Kunde is now going to Barca now. Some Draper Rob. I've never heard this guy in my life. From the Mail of Sport, I wouldn't believe this. I don't think Kunde goes to Barca. I think we're the main priority. However, looking at that deadline date, if we don't sign him by then, he's off to Barca. He's off to Barca. That's it. We'll probably lose him. And again, it's just Chelsea hopeful to sign Sterling for a similar price for Arsenal-bound Gabriel Jesus. And I think how much Arsenal signed him for? Let me just double check quickly. If everyone could like the stream while we wait. Jesus was about £60 million. £60 million for Jesus. So we're looking at about £45 million. Remember 1 second, guys. I'll be back just quickly. Okay, I am back, guys. But so where are we on? Yeah, Raheem Sterling to obviously is the value of Jesus. So he's looking at right now the value of Jesus, which is 60 million, and we're looking to compare, which is about 45 million UK pounds, which I think would be a decent price for him. I think it's not the worst kind of price for him. Yeah, 45 million. It's quite average, you could say. Like I think City fans were rattled at the price because they were looking at about 80 million, 75 for him. But I think Tuchel really wants him. I think that's why we're kind of proceeding from it. If it's a board signing, which we will probably figure out when the season starts, um, then might be a different story. But if Tuchel wants him, we should get him. Terry has some breaking news here regarding Dembele, and it says here Dembele wants to remain at Barcelona, but Chelsea are trying to sign him. Why the mean? But it's saying so. It's reported that Dembele wants to stay at Barcelona, but we're still trying to sign him. What's gonna happen here, guys? Like again, 4 days, guys. 4 days until his contract is out. He's not gonna be a Barcelona player in 4 days, 5 days, however you want to see it. 5 days technically. So 5 days he's not a Chelsea player, and we're still not buying him. This is kind of different. We should, as I say, guys, with the same Rudiger situation, we signed Rudiger back. No, sorry, Rudiger. What's it called? Thingy signed Rudiger. Real Madrid signed Rudiger at the start of June, and again, Dembele's contract ends in 4 days, and we still haven't signed him. We're supposed to. We signed a pre-contract apparently. Why haven't we heard anything more from it? So I don't know. It's a big confusion with the Dembele situation. Will he join Chelsea? Will he not? I don't know. I don't know. It's going to be difficult looking at it now because it's saying that Barcelona still want him. They still want to keep him. It's is it? I think Barcelona needs to meet his needs, which I don't know. Hopefully they don't. Hopefully we can snatch it up from him. But if he doesn't want to join us, do we even force him? The year is 2040. Chelsea are still fifths. Oh my god, I can't believe it's actually gonna be 2040. We'll still be interested in him. Showing me this now. So Sterling, Havertz, Dembele is an exciting front three. Would that mean Mount drops back to the midfield? Does it? Or does he get dropped? Does he get dropped? Does he have to fight for his position then? Like an actual player? Because we've said he can't play in a double pivot. So if we're playing a three at the back and Dembele and Sterling are ahead of him at the start of the season, Mount needs to fight for his position then. And then maybe we might see the best out of Mount because he's fighting and competing for his position. He's not getting handed to him like he has been for the last 3 years. So it's gonna be interesting because I don't see Mount dropping back in a double pivot. We've seen he can't play there. If we play a back four, he has to play in an eight. We have to play, and again, for that to happen, we have to have a single DM. We don't have a single DM. And buying Rice isn't going to help us with that. So if you want Mount to play, we need to go for a single pivot DMer. Unfortunately, that guy's at Real Madrid now, Tuchel. We've lost that. And unfortunately, the other guy's at Tottenham. And one of the other guys is at Aston Villa. So we've lost all our sitting, our single DMs. We've lost all of them. Rice is not a single. Fuck, I can't speak. Single DM. He's a double pivot DM who needs someone to hold his hand for him to play. So if Mount fans really want Mount to play, we need to buy a single pivot player. Because then him and Cover can play as eights, and that player plays because Jorginho can't really play as a single pivot DM. Maybe he can. Maybe we can try it. Because he did that under Sari, but I think he was under Tuchel in the double pivot role. But as a single DM, he can do that. Like he can do that job. He did it for Italy. He can get that job done. So we'll have to see. Let's make and as a what would you call it? Predicted 2022 lineup, so I can kind of give you an idea on what I mean by it. Because if I'll say now, if that's gonna be if this is gonna be our starting line, starting from three, Sterling, Havertz, Dembele, Mount needs to fight for his spot. He's not gonna give a hand to him. He's not gonna be put in the mid. Because look, if we're playing this position, he's not gonna play here. He can't play here. We know he can't. So he's not gonna be playing here. Oh wait, not this one. More. Oh wait, no, it is this one. Yeah, he can't be playing here. He can't. 3-4-3 Sterling Dembele come spots are up for grabs. Yeah, exactly. You know, it's not gonna be Mountain giving a hand to him. He has to fight for it. Now, if we were to play something, where is I'm trying to no 4-4-3. No, it's this one. Is there one where they kind of go up a bit more? Hang on, let me use a different one. Guys, like the stream if you haven't already as well, guys. Let's get to 15 likes. We're gonna end soon. Just making this one. But yeah, Mount will have to fight for his spot because okay, this is a bit of a better one. I just want to show it here. So if we're gonna be playing next season it's a six. So 6, 8, 7, 9, 7, 9, 11. Here, 6. Push these guys a bit more. If you guys want Mount to play next season, this is the formation you have to play. Is a 4-3-3-1-2. They play 8s. So they play very high up. Cover, Mount. That's where Mount will have to play. Now let me show for you. Here, if you want Mount to play next season, he has to play in this position. Because if we now play, let me just get rid of this. Oh, you guys haven't see it. I was drawing. But he has to play 8 because if we play 3 at the back next season, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. He says come in a bit. If we play 3, Mount can't play in this double pivot here. And this is now Sterling and Dembele. So Mount is pretty much gone from the team. He has to fight for his position next season. So I don't see Mount in a starting lineup next season, I'll be honest, because as I said, I think we will play a better formation. No, we won't play two up front. Again, this will be another better position for Mount, but I don't think we played this formation. Where is it? 4-3-3. 2, yeah, pretty much this. So in goals next season. Next season is gonna be interesting. I'm doing this from now, so from like what we've heard from the rumors and all that. Obviously, Mendy has to play there again. Mendy again. He I saw that recent comment he made. I think he was a bit cocky recently. You know, it was like, oh, what did he say? He was like, I don't know, something. Oh fuck, I forgot. I'm not gonna comment on it because I forgot it. But anyway, it was quite cocky. But he has to really lift up his socks next season because he is not playing well at all. Now, if we're playing for the back, right back would be James. Let's say we got Kunde on the right, and then Delict on the left. Chilwell. Yeah. Now DM, we don't have a DM. I don't think we're gonna get right. So Jorginho will have to play here. Cover. Remember, these are eights. Mount, left, Sterling, up front, Havertz, on the right, Dembele. Yeah, striker. But this is the formation we will be playing if Mount wants to play. Mount will be playing as an 8 with cover, and Jorginho sits as a 6. I think Jorginho can do it as a 6. I think he just needs a bit more help from cover, kind of tracking back. So, say we made a press and cover kind of sits, and then we kind of make a double pivot from it. Cover kind of sits with Jorginho, mounts in front of them if we need more support from times. Because again, Jorginho can be a bit slow at the transitioning. That's his weakness and only weakness. So that he might be another Maguire. Big up to Kevin. And we've had that comment. We had that comment yesterday where people were saying De Ligt may be the next Maguire. And I said, yes, he is. He is another Maguire because he plays an old school defense. Now, De Ligt plays it much better than Maguire. Much, much better. And I don't think we should compare the players to an extent. I think we can use them as examples. Like, yes, De Ligt is an old school defender, Maguire is an old school defender, but they're not comparable players. Maguire, as I said, he's a good defender. He's in the Premier League, but he's not worth 80 million. So I don't like to compare them, but yes, they're both old school defenders, and I don't think De Ligt is another Maguire. He just has Maguire qualities. That's why he's being kind of said as the next Maguire because he has the same qualities as an old school defender. That's the type. We don't say, I don't know, Thiago Silva's the next Phil Jones, because they both kick a ball straight. It's like, nah. What about Kante? I don't think Kante gets in our starting lineup. I think I would say he could only get in our lineup if we play double pivot because he can't play DM. And can he play central mid as an 8? Not really. I think we can use him at a DM at times for a Jorginho rest, but we can't physically use him all the time. Now this is a lineup if we play a 4. Now if we go to our usual 3-4-3, this would be a bit different. See, we play a 3-4-3. Mount's out of the squad. Bye bye Mount. Jorginho cover here, Silva. This will be our lineup if we play a 3, and then Kante get into one of these. However, look who's on the squad: Mason Mount. So if we're going to play a 3, Mount is not going to be in our starting lineup. He has to fight for his position very, very hard. No way Mount is playing in the midfield. I rather want Kante in there. If we're playing a 3, Mount can't play in a 3 at the back. However, if we play a 4 and we play with 2 8s and a 6, yes, he can play as an 8 then. Then he can get in the team if we play a 4. But however, I was answering the question that... Oh, shit, where'd it go? It was a question that because of our front 3, where does Mount get in? And I said Mount isn't in our front 3 anymore. He's not our starter front 3 if we get Sterling and Dembele. So... And I was giving examples why he's not going to be in our starting front 3. It's because of that. He's not going to be in our starting front 3 because we've got better people there, and you have to fight for his position. However, if he wants a position, we have to play forward the back. But then these same Mount fans want Declan Rice. But Declan Rice isn't a single pivot DM player. He needs someone to hold his hand. He needs a Jorginho there. If we're going to play Declan Rice, it has to be this every single game. Every single game has to be Rice and Jorginho. Because Rice needs someone there to hold his hand. If we put cover there, he's not going to work in double pivot. He's not going to work there. So Rice automatically gets out of our team. He just doesn't work. And why would we play 75 million for a player who's not going to work out? Mount Gilmore pivot. Oh my god, no, thank you. No, we're not ready for that, man. We're not ready for that. No, but like I said, I wouldn't force Gilmore back in the DM position, but we need a lone DM. And we've missed out on that loan DM because the guy, I said, guys, I'm going to repeat myself. We need a loan DM. However, that loan DM's at Real Madrid. We missed out on another loan DM. That guy's at Tottenham. We missed out on another loan DM. That guy's at Aston Villa. We have no more quality loan DMs. No more. Rabiot, not a DM. Rice, not a DM. Savic, fantastic player, great player. But can he play as a lone DM? This whole season he's been playing as a right midfielder. I'm not sure. Can he play as a double pivot? Rice isn't even a lone DM. He never plays that. Exactly. He's never played that. And when he did play that for England in a 4-3-3, every time he played that position, he was shit. He was shit. Every time he played it. The only time he didn't play it was when they played a 4-3-3 and Ward Prowse was on his right. And what would Ward Prowse do? Sit next to him. It's crazy. It's crazy when you really watch it and you really look at it. We need Bastoni. He can play left centre back. De Ligt will be a better left centre back. Or we could just switch him around. Like, these guys can play either or. But I think De Ligt's on the left, even though being right footed. And he played in a 3 this whole season for Juventus, so he knows how to play in a 3 as well, De Ligt. Bastoni, yeah, but De Ligt's a much better player. Like, if we want a quality, this would be our most quality team we can get. Personally, I'm not the biggest fan of Sterling, but I think he's the best. Unfortunately, we can get at the moment. You know, there's no one else on the market. What's his name? Nkuku has done his contract for another season. Dembele probably coming to us. Rafinha is not looking likely. So if we're going to talk realistic standpoint, then Raheem Sterling isn't the worst option. Then it's not bad. You know, I don't like the player that much. I don't think he's good. I think he's average. I think he needs someone to kind of lift him up a bit, carry him a bit. Unfortunately, we're looking for players who do a bit of the opposite. But what can we do? What can we do? So I wouldn't mind it, but again, I'm going to say the same question, guys. Mount does not get into this team in the front three. He's not good enough. He's not better than. There's no point bringing in Raheem Sterling. Like, we brought in Raheem Sterling and Dembele to replace Mount in the front three because we know Mount can't play front three. If we're going to play 4-3-3 and play with 2 8s and a lone 6, that's where Mount gets involved. And then Mount can play as an 8. But Mount is not going to play as a forward, 10, winger, whatever we play with this season. He's not going to be a starter. He has to fight for his position. Now, can that be good? Yes, that can be great. Mount fighting for a position will be fantastic because it makes him to work harder. However, he can get a spot again if we play the 4-3-3 with 2 8s. I know that one. Which one was it? Yeah, here. So, oh wait. So the Mount gets in here. That's the only way Mount gets in this team. This is the only way. If you Mount fans want it, and again, here perfectly would have been Tuchemeni. Would have worked perfectly. Tuchemeni, Jorginho, fantastic link up. But this doesn't look like a bad team. The worst player on this pitch would be probably Mount. If we're seriously talking about it. But yeah, that's it. That's the question answered. If Mount was to get in this team, he has to play as an 8. Otherwise, he has to fight for a position in the front 3. Now, looking at our other players, our backline, fantastic backline. Kunde, De Ligt, we need both of them immediately. And if you guys just joined as well, I'll bring up the news. Where was it? Yeah, Mount's not. Mount can't offer us anything. Goal assist merchant. Yeah, I mean it's only about only against Norwich. As I said, guys, Mount is not a star boy like Reece James. Reece James is generational. Mount is not generational. We've seen it the previous seasons. He's putting in goals and assists that are single digits, barely double digits. He's not generational. Generational is Reece James, Mbappe, Haaland, who bang in 20, 30 goals. I don't care if it's in an easier league, they're still banging in those type of goals. Then send Mount to an easy league. He can go, bang out goals, come back, and then he's called generational. Mount needs to show it to be in it. He hasn't shown it. Mount, for me, is an average player who's had so much leverage from managers, and he's mentally drained. He's mentally had it handed to him so much that he hasn't had to fight for anything. He's never had to fight for a position under Lampard because Lampard sucked him off. That's why I hated Lampard. Lampard wasn't a real manager. It was whoever was his favourites. Mount was his favourite. Mount started every single game under Lampard. Tuchel. We unfortunately we didn't have anyone to play in the other position. Mount had to start. Now that we have actual competition fighting for it, we can see the real Mount. We can see how Mount deals with better players around him. Because let's be honest, Werner is garbage. Horrible. Hudson-Odoi is garbage. Ziyech flopped. And Havertz wasn't in that position. So he had to fight with three players and Pulisic, who's out of form. He's been garbage. So he had to fight with pretty much no one because he was already better than them. However, bringing in Sterling and Dembele, players miles ahead of Mount, Mount has to compete for that spot in a front three, and that now shows can he compete with these type of players? Because as I said, he's not a star boy. He's a great player. He's not generational. He's a great player, but let's see what happens from him because he's had a couple of seasons. This season, he didn't deserve the Player of the Year, but I don't care. It's rigged anyway. Whatever. He's a good player, but like we can't compare him to players like Reece James. Reece James is a generational talent. Mason Mount is not generational talent. He's a great player with a great future, but he's not generational. He stays at Chelsea, he's gonna be. He doesn't get put in the books as a legend. He'll get put as a great player who was noble to the club. I don't see him as becoming legendary. He's just not that player. He's not that player. If he keeps getting handed shit to him, then he's not going to be that player. Anyway, I want to bring this news to about Koundé, guys. Why Koundé is so important as well to us now is that look at the date, July 5th. We have to complete the deal by July 5th. That's fantastic. Thank you, Sevilla, for doing that. A lot of people aren't going to like that, but I love it. It makes us work quicker to get the deal done so no one takes Koundé from us. Has to be done. Has to be done. What happened to Gallagher? Well, Gallagher hasn't come in and shown what he's worth yet. Like as I said, that this lineup was just from what we've heard in recent times and all that. I haven't added any of the loanies. I can't dictate any of the loanies until they come in and play with the squad. As I said, he would have done great for Palace. Amadou would have done great for a relegated Veneza. But we'll see what happens when they come in and they play the real deal. Hopefully they bang it out, and then maybe we can talk about them playing. But personally, if Gallagher plays as well as he did in Palace and as well as people hype him up, I would put Gallagher as a backup and loan Cho because I think Werner and Ziyech can't go out and Dembele and Sterling come in. If we're going to bring Gallagher in, let's get rid of Hudson-Odoi, send him on loan. Midfield is a bit of a different part, guys. What do we do in the midfield? I don't think we get rid of anyone. I honestly, I think we keep Loftus-Cheek because we have to. Maybe we bring in Ampadu, switch Ampadu for Loftus-Cheek if Ampadu can finally find the position that he can play in. 1 week it's centre back, 1 week it's DM, 1 week it's like they make your fucking mind up, man. Okay. Let me see if there's any more news before we wrap it up, guys. 8 people in here. Let's hit the like button, guys. We better be at 15 likes whenever right now. Like the video if you haven't already. Final comments, guys. Final comments before we wrap it up. Someone commented on Maurice Smith saying, awful signing. If Werner can't get the goals, how is Stones supposed to unpop Werner's bet? Okay, that's just a troll, I'm assuming. Guys, 1 like or 15. We got 8 people in here. I want everyone to like the stream right now before we end. Guys, come on. We can do it. Easy peasy, squeezy. Let me see if there's any more news before we wrap up. Any more breaking news? Let's have a look if Vince has said anything. Again, guys, that's great news about Koundé, guys. We really need to work fast on Koundé now. Again, goes about Ronaldo as well. I want to know your thoughts on it, thoughts and feelings. I've said I think if we're looking at Todd Boehly's stance, I think it's a great deal for Todd Boehly. It gets him to get a great marquee signing. Marketing wise, it'd be great. Thibaut said Todd Boehly said to be living his life right now on a jet. Met Jorge Mendes and Chelsea head of academy in Portugal and Tuchel in Ibiza. Wants 6 signings. Wow. Todd Boehly wants 6 signings, guys. That's great. That's optimistic. Can we see, guys? Can we see the 6 signings this season? Can we see it? I want to know your thoughts and feelings, guys. 6 signings. Let's say Kunde, De Ligt, Sterling, Dembele, maybe Klaus. It's 5. I don't see us getting anyone other than 5. Other than who else is there? We've lost Tushimeni, Basuma, and what? Sosa? Nah, I didn't hear that. And then yeah, maybe again. I don't know who our 6 would be. Would it be Rice? Would it be Bremer? Would it be Sosa? Richarlison? Like who would that 6th be? I don't know who that 6th would be because I personally see us progressing with any of them, and I wouldn't want Rice, so I'm not going to put Rice as 6. If we want Rice, then the Rice would be our 6th signing. But I'm telling you guys, Rice comes, he's going to flop. I can only see 5 equals 2 centre backs, 1 wing back, 2 attackers. 2 centre backs, 1 wing back, 2 attackers. Yeah, I think that's what I said as well. Yeah, that's what I said. I think yeah. Because I think we keep Aspie. I think Tuchel. The latest on that is that Tuchel wants to keep Aspie, but Aspie doesn't want to stay. Aspie wants to go for Barcelona, but Tuchel wants him to stay. So I think he wants him in his plans. So Tuchel wants him, keep him, but I would say get rid of him. I think his time's up. And, with their captain's badge, I think maybe it might be good. He keeps it for a season. And then, as I say, guys, if the league gets comfortable, if the league gets confidence, if the league gets the change rooms, he's going to have the arm badge by next season. He will have that arm badge by next season. Because Juventus, he never got the change room because when you got Chiellini, Bonucci, Morata, you're not going to kind of stand yourself out. You've already got other people being dickheads in the change room, probably. You come in at Chelsea, you're coming in a fresh new team, pretty much. We've lost Rudiger, our only cocky guy. We lost Christensen, who was very vocal, very hardworking. Fuck that guy. So he doesn't really have to fight for anyone for a leadership role. Like he walks in our team, Thiago Silva. But I say, guys, Thiago Silva's not a real leader anymore because his age is declining himself. So Thiago Silva leaves the season after. The list got the arm badge. Aspie, Aspie only has it because of the length he's been there, and he has some qualities of captaincy. But the elite comes in, you guys. I'm telling you, he gets comfortable. He gets confidence. He gets the change rooms. He gets the badge. That's how it works. Yeah, Aspie is unfortunately going from the Premier League. I don't think he makes a comeback anytime soon. I think for the best of his career, it's best for him to go to Barcelona. Let's just send him off. There's no fault to keep him. Just send him off, and then we'll get like a Sosa and then propagate Reece James. Like this is our time to kind of promote him, put him in a role where it's just him, and then we can have a Klaus or whatever the guy's name is right next to him. So I think Aspie's done. I think best we get rid of him. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the stream today, guys. Wasn't sure, but it was an hour. But I did a bit later this time. Might go back to the earlier timings. But that's it for me. I'll probably be live Tuesday. So guys, be here Tuesday. Tuesday I'll do a big stream. I'll get some panelists on, or maybe next weekend. For the next weekend, so next Saturday or something. What's that? The 2nd. So that's gonna be the first. It's gonna be the first. No, that'll be the 2nd for them. Okay, maybe we'll just do next Saturday. We'll get some panelists on. We'll get some people on. We'll open the panels. We'll get 10 people in here, and so what. But that's it for me, guys. If everyone did enjoy, I'm gonna roll the outro, and I'll see you guys in the next stream. Peace out.